go, but turns out I had wings below. Your love was a cage with a view. Now I see the sky without you. Cut the cord, claim my name. No more dancing in your game. Took my heart, took the fall. Now I'm taking back it all. No regrets, the second round. I'm finally free, unbound. Yeah, cut the cord, not your toy anymore. Started sweet like sugar rain, now just triggers in my brain. You used to be my favorite sin, now even your name burns my skin. You said I'm too intense, too much. Funny, coming from a loaded touch. You were the itch I couldn't scratch. Now I'm healed and burn the match. I'm allergic to your love. Break out every time you show up. You were roses soaked in bleach. A kiss I couldn't never reach. Now I sneeze at your perfume like trauma in a crowded room. Your love made me sick enough. Now I'm allergic to your love. You said I overreacted, but love ain't supposed to feel toxic. You blame my pain on the weather while you poisoned us together. I took the pills, I bit my tongue, choked on lies where breath belonged. But now I've built immunity to your kind of intimacy. I'm allergic to your love. Every word just flares me up. You were petals made of glass, a slow infection wrapped in glass. Now your voice just makes me cough. You're the itch I shook off. Your affection was never enough. Oh, I'm allergic to your love. You called it fate, I called it rot. Funny what survival taught. Fade into your heart. You called it fate, I called it rot. Funny what survival taught. Fade into your heart. I'm allergic to your love. Can't breathe when I'm near your bluff. You gave me highs, you gave me hell, but I got out and broke the spell. Now your touch is just a rash, a fading scar, a lightning flash. No more tears, no toxic love. Yeah, I'm allergic to your love. Same script, same voice. You always leave me with no choice. You break, then beg, then act confused like I'm the one who bruised you. You cry on cue, you fold just right. Say sorry like it buys the night. But I've seen backstage read the lines. This play's been on too many times. Cheap apologies on repeat. Same tired line, same fake I'll file this under wasted rhymes. You taught me trust was just a trick, a sugar pill that made me sick. No more cycles, no more plea, no more crying on my street. Keep your sorry, I'll keep my peace. No more cheap apologies. No more You said I'm just here to guide, but grab the wheel every time I drive. You marked the roads, rewrote my maps, then blame me when we hit collapse. You smiled while pulling every string, said it's love, not puppet things. But every choice was second guessed. Now I'm done with driving under stress. Backseat driver in my life, telling me how to survive. You called it help, I call it shades. Disguise control behind sweet names. You said just trust me, take this turn. But I crashed while you watched me burn. Now I'm reclaiming what is mine. No more backseat in my life. afraid to lose what wasn't mine. I played the mute, the steady hand, while you erased who I am. Told me peace is in restraint, but silence tastes a lot like chains. Chained to silence, now I scream. No more shrinking in your dream. You muted me with every kiss, but I was never built for this. I let you rule, I let you reign. Now I burn through every chain. You won't hold me in between. Chained to silence, now I scream. You said that rage just makes things worse, but quiet love became a curse. I whispered truth, you called it loud. Buried my fire beneath the shroud. You played the calm, I played the cost, but every hush was something lost. Till silence turned into a grave, and I rose from what I gave. Chained to silence, now I scream. Break the walls and tear the seam. You called my voice a storm to fear. Well, now the thunder's crystal clear. I sang your script, I played your part, but now I sing with my own heart. No more bending, no more scheme. Chained to silence, now I scream. Chained to silence, now I scream. Shatter every quiet dream. You can't erase what I became. You can't put silence in a flame. I found the edge, I found the song, and now it's loud and now it's strong. You taught me how to hold the scream. Now hear now I scream. You felt like comfort in the dark, like every scar could be a spark. You held me close, just tight enough to keep me hooked, but call it love. You whispered promises like pills, a dose of fire, a flood of chills. I called it fate, I called it grace, but it was need dressed up as faith. You were just a bad habit in disguise, a sweet decay behind kind eyes. I chased the high, ignored the cost. Now I know what I almost lost. You fit like smoke inside my chest. Told me it was love, I guess, but all you were was poison ice, a bad habit in disguise. I built a shrine of broken rules, let you rewrite what made me whole. You called it passion, I called it home, but I was never less alone. I stayed for storms you swore would pass, but every calm was made of glass. I cracked, I bled, I wore the chains and smiled while choking on your name. You were just a bad You dressed addiction up as care, but real love doesn't drain you bare. I detoxed tears and let you go. Now I breathe clean, now I know. You were just a bad habit in disguise, a sugar blade behind soft cries. I kissed the blade, I wore the bruise, but now I've got the strength to choose. I'll miss the rush, but not the ache. I've had enough for my own sake, so take your mask and parting lies. You're just a bad habit in disguise.